Good morning. Welcome to Planet Mojo. I'm here at the edge of the North Woods, and I'm about to head in there and see how the killing off of the garlic mustard went. I'll be accompanied by Izzy, the dog, and Mazie, the cat. This is insanely thick going through here, so hopefully I don't have too many problems. This is what I'm really looking for, is the different grasses and sedges that should be coming up in here. I tossed a pretty good deal of seed in here after I killed back the garlic mustard, and that needs to take over. This is all being restored to prairie up to our road right down there. It's not a huge area. There's a cat and a dog right there. The cat will lead that dog into trouble. Yep, look at the dog trying to climb. Izzy, don't listen to her. Come on. Yeah, you see I got lots of baby grass all over the place. This area has no nurse grass, which, you know, is normally an annual or something like a perennial rye. This is all like a high quality seed, prairie seed, so I had hoped to see a lot more, but something's better than nothing. This right here is a sedge, so that was here before. That's a kind of a shade grass-like plant. I believe these down here are likely to be something that I planted because it's taken up such a big area. No, I do believe those are sedges as well. Okay, well, let's look a little further in. There's some garlic mustard right there. That looks like a sedge. It's a big one. Sedges have some funky seeds. Well, this is definitely grass. And here's some as well. Nice clump. We had 3 inches of rain last night, so everything's laying down. Probably a bad time to come through here, but it's going to be pushing 100 tomorrow, and it's pretty darn hot today. Yeah, this is just loaded with grass. Whole area here. And through there. So this was just planted this year, so this is all stuff that I planted. Don't really know what it is yet until it starts to flower, so I'll have to come back and, wow, this is nice. I'll have to come back and see what it is later. Some of this could be bluegrass. I did seed this with bluegrass, thinking we were going to pasture the horses in here at some point, but not much of that started. And then after the second, I believe it was the second hack and squirt, then I started planting the prairie grasses, so that's what we're shooting for. That right there, that looks like orchard grass. That big clump right there, which is not really what I'm looking for, but any grass right now is better than the invasive. So yeah, just tons of grass through here. I believe I planted mostly Indian grass in here, but there is several different types. So the cat and the, oh, I thought that was the cat and the dog, but that was just the dog. Oh, there's the cat. She walks way better than the dog. She knows the area and she knows the routine. Izzy, be nice to my cat. Yeah, I wish we wouldn't have had that. Oh, she just hit the dog in the nose. The dog will learn sooner or later. Oh, that was pretty bad. Izzy, get over here. Leave the cat alone. She's going to end up slicing your nose. Then you're going to be one sad dog. Izzy, get over here. So the vast majority of the garlic mustard has died back. Most of it I sprayed and killed before I seeded in here. I'm not sure what this stuff is, but it's a native flowers and whatnot. But I will need to get in here and spray this with 2,4-D again. None of this stuff is going to end up living in prairie. Most of it's woods stuff returning, and the woods will no longer be here. So this area is being returned to its natural state, which is an oak savanna, which is scattered oak trees with prairie in between, under and in between. Yeah, this is coming along nicely. I'll have to find out what types of grass this is as soon as they start going into flower. But the fact that most of them have not flowered yet and started producing seed heads means that they're warm season grasses. So the vast majority of this is likely to be the stuff that I planted. The last stuff that I planted, not the bluegrass. The bluegrass should already have gone to seed. So I got to get in here and do another hack and squirt, which I'm going to do within, well, once the weather gets a little better. Get some more light into here, and I'll replant some of these spots where there's nothing growing like that. I think it's a little too shady right here for anything to grow. Yeah, got a lot of baby grass coming up through here. The garlic mustard is allelopathic. It puts off a poison, so it makes it hard for stuff to grow around it. But I'm getting quite a bit of grass growing in here, so that's a good sign. I got some Virginia wild rye, which I can toss in here. It's a relatively cheap seed. It establishes quick. It's a nurse grass. It'll help the other, well, it'll be a starter area for other grasses, and it grows really well in the shade, and shade and sun, so I can pretty much toss it anywhere. Yeah, I definitely got to get in here with some 2,4-D and knock down these forbs that are shading my grass. I got a lot of grass down there. that's in the shade until the grass can establish. It's going to need a little help. If that is Indian grass, it'll get 6 feet tall, so it's not going to need a lot of help once it gets established, but it does right now. Izzy? Izzy? Izzy's running around in circles. I'm guessing she got popped in the nose. Hey, 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 Izzy. Izzy, I know, I heard. But the sound that Mazie made, it sounded like she attacked the dog, so I don't know if you can see this, but the dog's leaping up into the air. She's not used to being attacked like that. She plays with all the other cats, but Mazie will have none of that. Okay, you two, get over here. Come on. This is business. This is YouTube. Calm down. I know, I heard about it. I don't know how much of that you've seen, but she just chased the dog down the hill. Oh, cats and dogs. The other cat, Tater, will just play with the dog the entire walk. Mazie, not so much. Okay, I'm gonna check back in. Oh, I'll just check out this little area and then we'll check in again over there. Yeah, I got some decent grasses growing here. This was the first area planted this year, so it's got a head start on everything else. Yeah, this was all woods. I came in here and sprayed the 2,4-D here and knocked back the garlic mustard, which you can see is coming back a little bit. Then planted this stuff. So this is all the stuff that I planted. It'll be real interesting to see how this turns out, but if I don't stay on top of this garlic mustard, I gotta knock it back again. And the DNR, the biologist from the DNR came through and said this is the exact best plan for the area. Plant the prairie grasses and use chemical selective herbicide like 2,4-D to knock back the garlic mustard until the grasses become established. And I'm leaving all the dead trees for the woodpeckers and other animals. So it's going to be an interesting place in the coming years. Real interesting to see, how the animals start using this as they shift back to a prairie instead of transitional woods like this. Alright, this is pretty dense. I'm going to check back in right over there, and then we'll go look at the very north planting, which is big Bluestem and what is that, Perennial rye. This cat keeps pulling the dog into bad situations. I swear, if she thought that wasn't our dog, she would probably kill her. Just smacked her in the face. You two got to learn to get along. You really do. Okay, so I mean this whole area right here was seeded this year, but it also had stuff growing here and there, which you can tell right here that it's cool season grass. I'm not sure what it is, You know, it's already died back. I really should get some warm season grass planted in amongst this. So as this dies back, the warm season takes over. Otherwise, I'm just going to get garlic mustard right through the middle of here, like this. Yeah, and this grass, I really can't tell what it is. It's, you know, I would have to grab a specimen and take it up and do a comparison on the chart, but it's some kind of pasture grass. It might, you know, it could be a fescue, like a red fescue or something. Just don't know. I don't know why just this patch is dying back though, because it's not dying back out here. And I believe this is all pasture grass through here. So, don't know. Once I got a good grass cover, I'm going to go through here and start identifying things and adjusting it. Yanking out some stuff that doesn't need to be here and replanting other stuff, and sooner or later it will be a nice representation of Oak Savanna Prairie. But for now, it's just get grass growing and choke out the invasives like this. Almost no invasives, well, none right here. It just can't grow. This is too thick. And this is the way it's got to look in there, except it needs to be much more warm season prairie grasses instead of this stuff, the cool season pasture grasses, which I doubt that any of these are native either. You can tell the deer are coming through here. Yeah, the deer will be using this quite a bit. I'm sure they'll be bedding and stuff in the tall grass. They already do in this stuff. Okay, so this was planted with big bluestem and perennial rye. I may have planted too much perennial rye and too little bluestem. I found out after I made my mix for this that they want you to have, like, I think it's 20% perennial rye, and I have it about the opposite, 80% perennial rye and 20% little bluestem or big bluestem. So I hope it doesn't choke out. Yeah, it all looks like the same grass, which I'm going to guess is perennial rye. The bluestems seem to take, or at least little bluestem takes forever to come up. Yeah, why it's so barren right here, I don't know. It's probably a good chance to rake in some new seed in the fall, but there is lots of seedlings coming up, but nowhere near as good as this. So this is nearly ready to spray as well. That's got to be big bluestem right there. It looks like very similar to little bluestem, this as well. It won't take much big bluestem in here to just take the place over and win out against the perennial rye once it becomes established. So just like in there, I need to get in here probably in a week or so when it cools off a bit. Get in here and spray with 2,4-D mixed with they call it lawn food. It's just a high nitrogen fertilizer. Get in here and spray this and kill back the forbs and give the grasses a boost, and This place is going to be looking pretty nice by the end of summer. Much better next year though. Okay, and then I got some trees trying to come back. I gotta knock those back again. I'll do it several times until they're gone. That grass over there is, the majority of it's weeds, but I just let it go. If there's no decent grasses in there next year, I'll just kill that spot and plant. I'll plant a different grass there, like Indian grass or something. Yeah, there is several different grasses growing in here, which is a good sign. Several besides the weeds. I think this is witch's broom, which is a cool looking grass, and it's a native. I don't really mind it being there as long as it doesn't take over before my other grasses can start. Okay, where is the cat? Well, the cat can stay here. I just gotta bring the dog home. That'll wrap up this little tour. Things are going pretty good. I'll show this again, probably in a month after it's been sprayed and is starting to get tall. So if you have any questions about this Oak Savanna Restoration, make sure you put it in the comment section below. And if you want to see the progress on this, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon so you receive notice when I post the new videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day.